Gotta get my fans, I don't think they dig enough. When they about to sell, I'm thinking about Trey, I'm finna go dig them up.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Charles 2K coming back to you guys with another video, and as you guys can see from the title of today's video, I'm about to show you guys some of the best defensive settings that you can put on in college football 25 to instantly improve your defense. Now, always before the video does get started, the only thing I ask for you guys to do is drop a like on today's video, and when you guys are subscribing, make sure that you guys are turning on post notifications so you guys do not miss any videos from me in the future. Also, I wanted to know from you guys, would you like me to do a giveaway for this game, that being giving away a copy of the game on all platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, whatever you guys play on? Would you guys like a giveaway for this game for people who can't get this game, or who can't afford it and stuff like that? I would like to know. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys would like a giveaway for this, and to let me know that you guys would like that. All you have to do is comment #collegegiveaway in the comments down below, and if I get enough comments on this video, I will go ahead and do that for you guys. But enough talking and stuff, let's get into those settings. And now the first and main thing that I'm going to show you guys is going to be in the main menu. So you want to head to the main menu and use L1 or R1 to get to your game settings. Now from your game settings, what you guys are going to do is go all the way down to gameplay helpers. All right, now in this category, you guys are going to see an abundance of settings, defensive settings that you guys want to be running and have on. So here's number one, what you're going to want to have on, which is auto flip defensive play call. Okay, so what this is going to do is the computer will flip your defensive play to best match the offensive formation. And now this is very, very good if your opponent is somebody who likes to try to confuse you, or who likes to flip plays and stuff and move players around. So this right here is going to help you keep up with that. And as long as you guys have this on, you will be good to go, because it is a lot of tricky stuff in this game. So it is very important that you do leave this on. Now, step number two is having on defensive ball hawk. Okay, so I'm gonna read it off to you, and then I'm gonna explain it to you, exactly what it does. So defensive ball hawk is user controlled defenders will auto move into position to play a catch when executing the catch mechanic while the ball is in the air. Warning, disabling this mechanic may cause users or defenders to attack the ball in the air less aggressively. So basically, let's just say you have a hook route, and you have it like 25 yards down the field, or we can even do it with a flat. Okay, if you have a flat and you have like a 0-yard flat or a 5-yard flat, and your opponent decides to throw that ball, this right here is going to help your player move into position way better, and all you have to do is click on and catch the pick. That's why in the beginning of the video you guys saw I had my players in position, and the only thing the other person had to do was throw the ball in their general area, and my player instantly reacted. As soon as I click onto them, they're going to be in position to catch the ball. So having defensive ball hawk on is number one. If you guys have this off, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You're literally missing out. You're just taking away from your defense. And defense in this game, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty tough to play if you don't know what you're doing. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you can't even, it's very, very hard to get a stop depending on the opponent that you are playing. But anyway, moving on, defensive heat seeker assist. All right, so what this is, user controlled defenders are steered toward the ball carrier when attempting to run or dive into them. And now what this essentially does is, and why I do have this off, is because it's gonna make the computer take control of your player and actually try to make the tackle and help you make the tackle. So I don't want them helping me, make a tackle or whatever. I don't need that. I can just click off if that's gonna be the case. And now I'm not gonna lie, defensive switch assist, turn that off, bro. Take it off. You don't need that on. I'm not even gonna explain that. It's just something that you do not want on. Once again, it's just gonna be the computer trying to take control of something that you're doing. You don't need to do that. You don't need it on. Control player art, you guys can leave that off. Coach mode, you guys can leave that off. Now, these are the base settings that you guys want to have in the main game. You want to have defensive auto flip play call on, defensive ball hawk on, and everything else you just want to leave it off. The main two things you need right here is these two right here. And now moving on to coach adjustments. All right, so coach adjustments are going to be very important, because it's going to be the base way that you do set up your defense when you guys are playing the game. So in order to get to those, all you have to do is be on defense. When you're looking at the plays or formation, just simply click in the right stick and it will bring up your coach adjustment. And now once you guys do get to this screen, you will see make sure that your defensive auto flip play call is automatically on. Now when it does come to the cornerback matchups, okay, so you can leave it at balanced if you don't want to mess up your lineups, or if you like what you're seeing. So for me, I always tell you guys that I do go by speed, because this is a very fast-paced game, all right? And you don't want nobody who's slower, or who's can't keep up with a certain receiver at a certain point in the game. So that's why I always recommend going by speed. If you're not going to do going by speed, you can just leave it on balanced, all right? But for me, I'll put it on speed. Now, defensive motion response, this is something that they just brought to the game. So this is a new setting, and basically when you leave it disabled, the defense will not realign in response to offensive motion. And when you have it on, the defense will realign in response to offensive motion accordingly. Now, here's my thing about this. When it does come to motion on this game, a lot of motion can, just be used to throw off your defense. So if you put this on default and you have your, defense react to this, and it can possibly destroy your defense. So I do not recommend putting this on. I just leave this at disabled. And then when it does come to the option defensive key read, I leave one on conservative and I leave one on aggressive. So you guys know in my last little defensive scheme video, I told you to leave both of them on aggressive. So I have switched it up a little bit when it does come to the base. So when I put this on conservative, this is going to focus on the QB. If any option play is called, make sure that you do have the option defensive read key on conservative. Now, when it does come to the offensive defensive pitch key, what this is going to do is focus on the pitch and leave the QB, you know what I'm saying? So basically, this is for all the run plays and stuff like that. And now when it does come to strip ball, I leave this on balance. If I'm going to get a strip, I'm going to do it myself. I don't really mess around with that because it can cause penalties. Now for tackling, I'm just going to put this on conservative. And now for zone drops, here's what I do. Come out base, all right? So base, I always put a 0 to 5 yard flat, but you can leave it on 0. For my curl flats, I put them on 15. And for my hooks, I put them on 15 as well. And that right there is just basically my base coast adjustments that I do use in the game. Now, what I mean by base, when I say base, is just what I come out in general. And you will adjust these throughout the game, according to what your opponent is doing. So please do keep that in mind. Now, another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the shell coverages that is in the game. So if you don't know what I mean, if you select the formation in the defensive playbook and you look down at the bottom, there is something at the bottom that says shell, and you can control it with your right stick. Now, what the shell is going to put you in a certain coverage, but it's just going to be a disguise. You're going to be in a different cover. So let me just explain it to you and show it to you. So we're going to run cover 4, all right? But our shell defense, I'm going to make it look like cover 3, okay? So boom, I'm going to select cover 4, and at the bottom of the screen, I had cover 3 shell selected. So this is basically what it will look like. And basically this is what it does. So it's going to make it look like you are in cover 3. The shell coverage is cover 3, but obviously we are in a cover 4 if you do hold down and look at the play art, as you guys can see on the screen right now. And now the shell coverage, I'm just going to break it down to you guys. It's basically just a big illusion for the people in the game who like to read coverages and think that they know what everybody is in every single play. This is going to mess them up, bro. This is something that is very, very sneaky and tactical that not too many people do know about. So you can pick a shell coverage, you can disguise it, and you can just make your adjustments like normally. And if a person is looking at your coverage and thinking you're running something, they're going to possibly throw you a pick or make a mistake that can be game changing. So it is very important to always do use shells when you are picking your play, no matter what it is. Shell coverage is in the game and you do want to use it. And now the last and final thing that I'm going to show you guys in the video is going to be when you are shading underneath, shading outside, and playing over the top. Okay, so for this, I'm gonna play my base. Y'all know what I come out in, the 3-3-5 penny. All right, so defensively, always, you guys know what I do tell you when you are running defense. You want to simply hit left on the D-pad and pinch your D line, just like so. Once you guys have pinched that D line, you then want to hit triangle once again and then hit your left stick to the right. That is gonna base a line. All right, depending on what you guys want to do, to your opponent, and stop what they are doing. So if you want to take away the underneath routes, so you guys will just hit triangle and then you will hit down on the right stick. And basically what that is going to do is turn those purples that I did have into hard flats. So by doing so, that is going to take away everything underneath. So I'm just going to run this and I'm going to try to throw it to one of the hard flats, and boom, as you guys can see, it will be covered. And that right there potentially can be a pick as well. Here's the thing about the outside and shading outside. So this is going to be taking away corner routes and things up the sideline and stuff like that. So basically it's the same thing. You guys know we're just going to pinch our D line, we're going to base the line, but instead of shading underneath, when we do hit triangle, we're going to hit towards the outside. Okay, now I'm going to audible and put some routes on the outside. I'm gonna put 2 corner routes on the outside of the triangle and X 2 corner routes, just to show you guys, an example of the defense. So boom, I'm gonna try to do this, let the corner route get going, and as you can see, there will be somebody over there to stop that. And if you do click on, you can also, potentially get a pick. Now, moving on to shading over the top. So once again, we're just gonna, pinch our D line. We're gonna base a line, and once we do base a line, we're just gonna hit triangle once again and hit up on the right stick to shade over the top, and basically everything over the top. And in this instance, I'm gonna be sending triangle on a streak, and I'm just gonna try to throw it to him, and you guys are gonna see over the top is completely covered. That will not go through at all. And as far as, you know, shaded inside goes, that's basically just, I only use that when I'm inside the red zone, or like my opponent is like really close to the end zone. That's the only time you would use that. I really don't use inside because I'm using, you know, I'm on the inside my own self 9 times out of 10. But I did want to just show you guys that right there, because playing those underneath, outside, and over the top is very important when you are playing in games. Depending on the opponent that you are facing, you will have to you know, put on one of those 3 in order to get that crucial stop. Having your players alert and in position, that right there will make that happen. But in the comments down below, I want to know if you guys have any defensive tips. Let me know some that you know you can give me. I'm always learning on this game. NCAA and Madden in general is always a learning curve, you know. So if you guys have anything you want to let me know, always let me know in the comments down below. But that's going to be the end of today's video, man. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know if these tips helped you guys out. It is me, your boy Charles TK, man. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for all the love and support you guys always continuously show. I'm out. Peace.